day for the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Let's just get set up. Y'all, this is a huge day for the Sean Diddy Combs trial. We are going to be covering everything, but what is going on? The prosecution is set to gear up to destroy Diddy's mistrial dreams. Why are they a dream? Because it's just not happening. Why? Because what are the grounds? You're trying to say that the prosecution literally lied and made up stuff. We are directly live from the courthouse. Let me move to the left. Diddy is trying to say that the prosecution made up evidence and knew that Bona lied and knew that those injuries were not from him. Now, there are many, many people who the prosecution did not call who were witness to what happened. But also there are people that were witnesses to the aftermath. What is the aftermath? Well, the text from Cassie to KK seemingly confirms Bona's whole story. On top of that, KK did not say that never happened. KK did not say this or that. They were going back and forth about what happened. But you guys, there's even more. Remember if you look at the transcript, Bona was talking about somebody named Rob Holiday. Rob Holiday and Bona used to be like this. She considered that her brother, okay? Rob Holiday was actually friends with Diddy before he was friends with Bona, okay? You know how in the friendship breakup, one person goes with the person with the money, the other person doesn't. But here's the interesting thing about what actually happened, okay? Rob Holiday, when he called Bona, with Diddy right beside him, offered her a settlement. And he offered her a settlement for everything that Diddy put her through. Our sources are saying that settlement was at least $1 million offer. How do we not know about this? How does the jury not know about this? Because if you look at the transcript, when Bona tried to talk about Diddy's settlement offer, they kept saying, objection, 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 Your Honor. Why were they saying objection? Because if we knew that you offered this girl at least $1 million, some say north of $1 million, but at least $1 million, and what are you doing it for? Diddy is notoriously cheap. His house got raided because he didn't want to pay Little Rob $50K, and what he owed him for publishing for that flop of the album, the Love album, okay? But also, it does actually show that something happened, even though Diddy is trying his best to say that nothing happened. On top of that, with that settlement offer, it shows that the timeline, which might be off by a day or two, it 100% happened. Imagine the audacity. Imagine the sheer, the audacity, right? The sheer unmitigated gall to literally try to get a mistrial off in an event you know that happened. You know, let's say that those injuries didn't come from Diddy. Are there no injuries when somebody holds you up over a balcony and you're fighting for your life and they throw you into furniture? Now you're saying the and but, right? It didn't happen. But if it did happen, I didn't injure her when I threw her into furniture. Diddy, you have to pick a lane. Again, the Rob Holiday phone calls, and that's why they were fighting to keep that evidence out. Now, they were successful because they said, and here's the thing why they were successful in keeping it out. They said that Rob was calling her to settle to keep her from filing a potential civil suit against Diddy, okay? This is a criminal case, and civil suits and criminal cases cannot be combined. So meaning if there was another criminal case, maybe they could have brought it up, but the fact that it was a civil suit, you cannot bring up civil suits or civil litigation in a criminal trial, okay? You just can't, especially offers a settlement. Sorry guys, these allergies are kicking my butt. Eyes watering, going crazy. Zyrtec season, right? I don't even have allergies and this New York summer is getting to me. In any case, to make a long story longer, because they said it was to stop potential civil litigation and not potential criminal litigation, that shouldn't be allowed under the hearsay rules. Now, I do want to say that the prosecution, I think, could have made an argument that it was not just civil. Bona literally could have gotten Diddy charges for attempted murking. Why? Because what other intent do you have but to murk someone if you're holding them over a 17th floor balcony, threatening to drop them? Bona, she is a little thing, but she could have been too heavy for Diddy. I don't know how he was holding her up over the 17th floor, but they say crackheads because they said, you know, Diddy was always high. This was their own team said. They always get monumental strength, right? So maybe it was the spirit of the Tucci that moved Diddy and compelled Diddy, okay? But the point of the matter is, I think the prosecutions may be, what's going on? I think the prosecution may be, what's going on? There's all these unmarked vehicles with like lights flashing. Anyway, right? An argument can be made that he did it to keep it from also going to criminal, because that was criminal action. So what do we have? Today, it's going to be the Mistrial Showdown, okay? A lot's going on in court today. Today is going to be the Mistrial Showdown. It is going to be proving, okay, that, and also for the prosecutions to say, for the defense to accuse the prosecution of lying and making up evidence. I think I know what's going on. Donald Trump said that he would pardon Diddy if he was treated unfairly. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Donald Trump is going to pardon Diddy for a number of reasons. The first being that Diddy was buddy with Mark Garagos. He's super tight with Mark. Tinny Garagos, one of his lawyers, is Mark's daughter. Ben Misales, the Midas touch, huge Democratic media thing. His father, Ben Misales, was one of Diddy's interns. They're super tight. Ben Misales' father, Kenneth Misales, has been Diddy's longtime managing business lawyer for like over 20 years. They vacationed at each other's houses. They were super tight. Now, it is true that about a year ago, he got cut from that law firm. It is true a year ago he got cut from that law firm. However, okay, they're still, back then they were super tight. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Mark Garagos, Ben Misales. If you don't remember, there were a lot of political rumors that Michael Avenatti and Stormy Daniels, remember the impeachment of Trump? That was spearheaded from Mark Garagos, right? Ron Burkel, Diddy's billionaire baby dad, right? That's the godfather to all of Diddy's kids, and it's also the person that helped him buy Revolt, that helped him with Sean John. Actually, all of his ventures, Ron Burkel and his private equity fund were the main investors in that. So Diddy came in as black owned, and true, a black person did own a portion of it, but Ron Burkel and his private equity funds were literally Diddy's godfather and guardian angel. There is any video up where Diddy calls Ron Burkel his, says that Ron Burkel threw him a coming out party because he just wanted to announce everything to the public. I'm just watching to make sure they don't go on without me. Okay, so where are we at? Ron Burkel, Ben Misales, Mark Garagos, and a bunch of other Democrat heavyweights literally, Trump feels, push that, and this is what the political streets are saying, okay? Go do your own research, but push them and Michael Avenatti and that Stormy Daniels in order to impeach Trump, okay? They thought that it was the last of Trump. Diddy even took their sides. I know Diddy and Trump are friends, or were friends, but Trump is incredibly vindictive. He does not forget any slights at all. The fact that that actually happened, it makes me think that Trump wants Diddy to kiss the rings, Trump wants Diddy to grovel, Trump wants Diddy to bankrupt himself, and he's still gonna say no. That's what I think. He's a June Gemini. When you got beef with them, it ends when everything ends. I'm just taking action. He's a June Gemini, and June Gemini's like, yeah, you can't be crossing them like that and think that they're just gonna play nice, right? So we have all that with what's going on, okay? So, but that doesn't mean that Diddy doesn't know that Trump's playing with them. And what do I know? If you guys are MAGA, let me know in the chat. Do y'all think Trump is partying this person? Well, what's going on with Elon? I don't think that he can afford another public media thing right now, right? Because Elon and them are trying to get him out of here, or at least get him impeached. Because if you guys don't know, J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, who used to be Elon's and for PayPal, Peter Thiel actually funded J.D. Vance and got him in as, the press is going in, funded J.D. Vance and got him in as VP, right? If Trump gets out of there, J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, baby, Peter Thiel's the PayPal mafia, South African, Elon Musk, all this and that and the third. The whole point of the matter is, Diddy might not know that Trump is playing with him, or maybe Trump is serious. I really honestly don't know. It's anybody's guess, right? Trump does what Trump wants to do. However, if Diddy thinks it's serious, Diddy doesn't need to be right. He just needs to start speculation that the public will believe. Oh, we're about to go? We're about to go inside. He just needs to start speculation that the public's going to believe. Meaning that, what did Trump say? If they can find proof that he was treated unfairly, then guess what? he will look into pardoning him. And all you have to do is show the prosecution's lied. This happened, the media attention. All you have to do is create a narrative and get the media to believe it and get the public to believe it. And once the public believes it, if you can get a pardon, that will be enough to say you were treated unfairly. But I want to say, not on my watch. There will be no false narratives, especially badly done PR narratives from his PR people on the ground. There will be no PR narratives pushed forward, baby, not on our watch. No, 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 no. And listen, so the prosecution is coming in, and you know they are hot to accuse a U.S. attorney. These people have bought down El Chapo, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. They have bought down so many bigwigs, and you need to tell me that they have to throw away their professional integrity to get Diddy to go down? Diddy? Have you lost your mind? Have you really think they lied and put the whole integrity of their office to take Diddy down? Listen, Diddy has lost his mind, but it wouldn't be, listen, it wouldn't be the first time. Listen, I 100% believe the victims. I 100% believe that Diddy is guilty. And I 100% believe that if he is going free, sooner or later, he is going to hurt somebody. Even the way he was stomping Cassie. And Jane Doe is testifying today that Diddy not only beat her up, but made her perform a freak off immediately after. Chased her around the house, dragged her, made her perform a freak off after. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go into the court. I'll see y'all soon. Make sure y'all there. Oh, also, I'll be on Nancy Grace today at 9:30. Let me know. Talk to y'all later. Bye.